What's going on, everybody? This is going to be my 2023 Appalachian Trail gear review video. I'm going to show you what I'm taking. I also want to do this so I have something to go by when I look back at this and say, wait, what did I take that time, or what could I switched out, or various reasons. People asking me, hey, what are you going to take? And friends and family want to know, so I'm going to do this video. I'm going to start with what I'm wearing. And disclosure, what I'm taking may not work for everybody. This stuff I've tried, tested, and it all works for me. May not work for you. I'm not endorsing anything. Just want to put that out there so, somebody, if I did that, all the research that I put into this went out and looked at other things, and if I would have did what each person I thought was a good idea, I did that. My pack was 80 pounds. So everybody's got their own way of doing things. This works for me, and I'll show you what I do, and you can go off from that if you want. But I'm taking, these are my shoes, Olympus Ultra. They're the Ultra Olympus 4s. I have a pair of Darn Tough socks. These are Patagonia shorts. They have like a fishnet liner in them, so you don't have to wear underwear. Might be a little TMI, but it is what it is. This is just a jockey, cheap polyester moisture wicking shirt. I've tried several different shirts without breaking the bank, and this seems to work really well. Just my hat. Got a pair of Oakley sunglasses. For my base layer over this, I'm going to be wearing this Kui Peloton 97 hoodie. Super lightweight, but works very good. I love this thing. We'll be wearing a neck knife. This is a CRKT little Skinner knife, razor sharp. But I'm naked without a knife, so I don't want to take my pocket knife, and my knife I always take in the woods is like 1.5 pounds, and I'm not carrying that. So little neck knife, take along. My hiking poles, I went through several sets in my hikes gearing up to this, but these are the pair I got for the hike. They're the Trail Buddy. I got them off Amazon. I put some duct tape and some Gorilla Tape on them. That comes in handy. Repairing stuff, starting fires, comes in handy, but these are my poles. I'll be carrying a fanny pack. I put all my stuff I usually carry in my pockets in the front pocket. My lighter, eye drops, little flashlight. Same thing, only different. Flashlight and a little extra cord to put around my reading glasses if I need them. And then I just have a little thing of spray and some pills and my wallet in there. But always have my fanny pack on. And this is a cheap $10 one off of Amazon, waterproof. I've had it on several hikes. It works great. And also this stuff glows in the dark, which is pretty cool. But that'll always be on. And I always put this on before I put my pack on, and it sits perfect right there. So I'm gonna take that. That's it as far as what I'm wearing other than my pack. Now I'll show you what's on the outside of my pack, and then I'll go inside and I'll show you how I have it packed. This works perfect for me. This is a Atmos 65 AG Osprey. It's heavy, but it also carries the weight very well. And the extra things I have to take for this time of year, leaving on January 1st of 2023, I'm gonna need a little extra gear. So with that being said, on the pocket on the outside here, I have my gaiters to go over my ultras. These are just Ultra brand. Might switch to Dirty Girl. They might be a little bit bigger, but I mean, I've had these for a while. I might even change these out at Neil's Gap or maybe somewhere after that, because they're used pretty hard, but they work great. Never hiked with gaiters before. Once I've used them, I won't hike without them again. Staying with this outside pack, I have a little garbage bag. I'll put all my stuff in here, and at the end of the day, I'll put that in my bear bag and hang it, but I always like to keep a bag on the outside to throw my trash in. This, I keep my rain jacket. I'll use this for rain or wind. It's a Marmot minimalist jacket. I love it. It's great, and I got it on a pretty good deal for Christmas. This is a little pad I'm going to take, multi-purpose. I'll put this in my hammock if I need extra insulation on the bottom. I can use this for a sit pad. I can use this for a ground pad. But it's just a piece of Reflectix I have folded up. And it's probably upper shin to shoulders lengthwise, so it's not like a massive piece. I had to get that perfect spot where it's not too heavy, but it covers enough. And that's it for there. I have a little S-beamer that locks. I'm going to put my hang tag on there when I get it. On this side, I have an umbrella and a 1 liter smart water bottle. Over here, I have my C-knot. And I put a little beaner and a piece of rope on here. I can put it on a tree. I can put it on the outside of my pack, hang it off a branch, hang it off my homemade clothesline, whatever you want to do. And the only other thing I have out here is these are my yak tracks. I use this if it's going to be icy or a lot of hard packed snow. I just wrapped a bandana around them and then put them in a bag just so it's not cutting things up or getting wet all over the place when I'm using them. So these are just a pair of yak tracks. That's it for the outside. Now this, let's go back here. It's on. It's got 2 pockets on it and a little pouch in the front, and I keep my phone charging cord in here. When I'm hiking, I'll have a battery pack plus my phone. If it's too cold, I'll have my electronics in my pocket along with some other stuff that I can't have freeze. This is just a Garmin InReach Mini, nothing fancy. Have a little extra beaner here. When I attach my umbrella, I usually put the handle down here and strap it here and here, and then this just holds the shaft of the umbrella and it keeps it in place. On this side, I have a C-Tug Chicken Tramper ultralight gear, a water bottle with a 1 liter smart water bottle with a sport cap, and then just a bandana tied around here, and a little cross pin that I got at the bookstore. Put that on there. But that's everything that I have attached or in pockets on the outside. Going into these pockets down here in the waist belt, I just have my snacks in here for the day and my ultralight little drink packets. I'll keep that in the right side. And then on the left side, well, I'll show that to you because I'm going to get it all out anyway. So I have all my snacks, and then I have some Noon and coffee packets and protein bars and stuff like that. And I'm going to be doing a shot at every state line. Thanks to my good buddy Seth Reeser. He hooked me up with some of these to take along, and we're going to do that. That was a good idea. On the other pocket, I have a little baggie. This has a pair of really thin rain. They're glove liners, but they're mostly for rain, and they have little grippy pads on them. They're a Redhead brand. They're just a real thin glove liner. I can use them by themselves. I can put them in a glove. and I got my Appalachian Trail buff. I keep that in a bag in case it's raining really hard or I get it dirty. It has something to go in without getting the pack all dirty. And in here I just have a piece of cord that I use for my clothesline or for whatever else I might need to use it for. I have a little elastic shot cord with hooks on it, so if I want to carry my full C-knock on the back, I've had problems with this just swaying around like crazy, so I'll just strap that down so it stays snug up against my pack. I don't know if I'll keep it, I might get rid of it. It's one of them things I can throw in a box if needed. And I made these up. This bag has a setup where I can put my poles in if I'm not using them, but it's a little involved. I'm gonna rig this up so it's super easy. Chest strap, put this on, boom, waist strap, put this on, boom, and they're right in front of me, and I can use my hands for my umbrella, my camera, whatever. My phone. My phone's all the only thing I'm taking. But that's that. And while we're on there, I'm recording off of my phone. That's the only other thing that you won't see. It's a Samsung Note 9. It's a dinosaur, but it works. And I can't see getting rid of something that works. This is a piece of Tyvek that I made for a ground sheet. You could use it for multiple things, but I'm going to use it as my foot pad to get in and out of my hammock. It's basically keep clean on one side, and then when needed, if I need a ride to town or a ride to the trail, I mean, it's pretty obvious what I'm doing, but if somebody thinks that they're picking up a disguised axe murderer, hopefully this will give them a little bit better peace of mind. All right, now let's flip this thing back over. I do have a carabiner on each side, and what I'm going to use that for is my backpack and my other bags that I have. If I want, I can clip them on each end of my hammock to keep them off the ground. I usually keep everything underneath my hammock, what's not in my hammock, but I'm going to start playing around with some other setups too while I'm on the trail, and if it doesn't work, I'll just go back to the ground and put these in a box. And I do have some hand sanitizer on this side. It comes in very handy. I had norovirus. You do not want that. Trust me. I've had COVID, scarlet fever, Guillain-Barré. I've had some nasty stuff, but you do not want that norovirus. All right. On this side of my pack, on the outside pocket, I have some toilet paper, a couple bandages, and some band-aids and some gauze. I do get blisters, so that came in real handy. I actually added a couple little extra things in there for blister care because I do get blisters, so I'm gonna have to make sure that gets taken care of. These are my medicines, vitamins, and pills that I need to take. I have a month's worth, so after a month I'll have to have my wife send me some more, but I take some blood pressure and some other things. But for the most part, I just have my meds, vitamins, and I do have like stuff, Imodium, some acid reflux pills, aspirin. I do have a little prednisone and amoxicillin in here in case it's needed, because sometimes I have issues with these things, and I'm prone to always getting a cut or scrape, and if it gets infected, I need some amoxicillin. I haven't taken it in years, and I don't plan on having to use it, but if I need it, I don't want to have to deal with a doctor and going somewhere to get it. This is my ditty bag. I just have repair kits for all my gear, super glue, nail clippers, washers, patch kits, thread, needle, a comb, and that's about it, other than the only other thing that would be a little bit different that you normally wouldn't have in here is I have a little valve that screws onto your half empty fuel canister, and you can put another one on top of it and open up the valve, and it'll fill up your fuel canister so you have a full canister when you go on trail, so you don't have to carry two all the time. So I'm going to see how that works, and if that doesn't work that well, then I'll throw it in a box. But just little miscellaneous junk drawer stuff. And that's it for that side. On this side, I have a little dry bag, and I also have an extra freezer bag. This is going to be for all the stuff that I don't want to get frozen, then I have to keep either in my jacket or in my hammock, like my electronics, my water filter, my phone, my GPS headlamp, and I have some medicines that are gel that can't freeze, so this will have to be used. Here's my bear hang kit. This is Hilltop packs. I've had several ropes break on me, so I got real tired of it and went with a heavy am steel. I've never had any problems with this stuff. This stuff is lighter. There's a reason why there's steel in the word. It's strong stuff. And then I had just a regular climbing carabiner on here, but I found this. It's a Night Eyes carabiner for not for climbing, but it's a 25-pound limit on it, so it should work fine. But it's got a locking mechanism on it, so once it's closed, it can't get the string back through there to lock it up. So that's what I'm using there for my bear hang. Dude wipes, small travel pack. When it's cold out and I can't get in the creek to wash off, or I'm in a place where I can't wash off, just a bandana that I'm going to basically use as a washcloth, and I have a little piece of ShamWow that I'm going to use to take the condensation off of any gear before I pack it up if needed. And this is my Enlightened Equipment rain skirt. It's super lightweight, super small, and I could use this as a ground cloth too, but when I do use it, it comes down to about my knees, and it'll keep from the driving rains getting my shorts all wet. That's it for the outside of the pack. Now for the top, scarecrows don't have brains, but my backpack does. So let's go inside the brain. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Alright, this is the brain that sits on the top. As I go through some of the food that I got and my pack gets more empty, I'll be actually able to store this on the inside. But there's certain times where I'm going to need the extra storage, so it's nice to have this option. I could get everything in there, but it would be bulging at the seams, and I'd rather everything fit in there decent rather than forcing it in there. But on the top, I have from the approach drill to Pennsylvania, I have the AWOL loose leaf guide with a gel pen. As I use this, I'll either take notes or use it for scratch paper, but I plan on throwing it away as I use it. And as far as navigation, I'll have my GPS, I'll have far out, and I'll have white pages if I need it, and I also will have this. So there's plenty of things I'll be able to look at. Have some hand warmers. I only have, I think 6 packs total. I have 3 in here, and then I keep 3 in another spot. So that goes on the top. In this pouch, I have my Showa Atlas 282 gloves. They're a neoprene lined glove that's pretty ambidextrous. They kind of smell, but they work awesome. Minus 17 wind chill. This is all I had on, and they work great. So this is gonna be good to have. I have an alpaca stocking hat. I have a pair of Thinsulate camel gloves, and I have where's my gloves? Just a real pair of Thinsulate. They're mossy oak. Just a thin glove if it's not super cold. These are REI rain mitts to go over top of that. Now when I wear those other gloves, that's all I need, but if I don't need that, I can use these, and then my alpaca hat. And I can also put, in those rain mitts, I could put hand warmers in there if I need them. This is just a pack cover for the rain. I'm taking a pair of safety glasses. If I don't need them, I'll put them in a hiker box, but I only have one good eye and I don't want to screw the other one up. So if I'm in a place where it's super windy or going through a lot of brush, whenever I do bear drives or in the woods really bushwhacking, I'll have safety glasses on. I also have my sunglasses, but yep, they're still there. And a cloth to clean that, my sunglasses. This is just extra water bottle caps, a Sawyer squeeze fitting, and this is the little canister to put your Aquamira drops in case my water filter freezes or gets too cold. Then I'll use the drops. And I took a Sawyer bag and cut the top off to use as a scoop if I get to a spot where it's hard to get in there with my Ceanoc to get water. I have sealskin rain socks, rain and wind socks. They go up to the knee. So wearing these with my skirt should work great. Or rain kilt, I should say. But I tried these before and it works very well. Even in that 17 degrees, this is all I had on my shins. I did have another pair of clothing on. I'll get to that, but definitely worth the wait. Pair of REI rain pants. Use them for the rain and the wind. And my underquilt protector. This is just a Dutch wear underquilt protector, and it'll cut down on the drafts and also keep you a little bit warmer. But that's everything for the brain. Now we'll go in the pack. Now I have stuff on the top that I might use during the day, and then I have my food bag, and then I have my compactor bag with the stuff that I want to keep dry and for sleeping. My food bag, I'll take out what I need for the day, and then I'll pack my food bag away, and I'll keep my meals and my snacks and everything out for the day on the top. So here's what I'm going to use for the approach trail. I just got that ready. My Sawyer water filter. I keep that in the bag in case it's wet and I got to put it in my pocket. But I also made this little cap on here, and I also put like a faucet screen filter in there to take out more of the larger things out of the water, particles and stuff that would clog your filter up faster. Hopefully that'll stop it better. I took a smart water bottle and cut the top off of the bottle, and then I cut it down so the cap would fit over tight, and glued it, and so now I could theoretically just throw this in my pocket and be fine. Works really good. Sometimes you get a little water leaking out of here after you just used it, but for the most part, you know, when it's warm out, I'll just throw this in the side and it go like that. But it works out really good. I love that thing. And I gotta check it because I was hiking the other day and it was really, really cold. I'll make sure that's not frozen, or was frozen and cracked. So here I just have some my Aquamira drops, I have some eye drops, and I have my medicine that I have to take along. And this is got to either be packed really good or else worn, so it keeps warm, it keeps from freezing. If I wear it, I'll have to put it, you know, like inside my my jacket, or find some way of maybe put it in that dry bag and stuff it in my jacket somehow, so it doesn't freeze. This is my midweight layer. It's a grid fleece Columbia. It's got the thumb holes in the sleeves. It's a grid fleece. It's got inside pockets. It's got outside pockets and a chest pocket and a hoodie. It works really good. It's a little heavy. It's about a pound, but it works great. I think I got it on sale for 40 bucks, something like that. I can't see spending hundreds of dollars just to save a couple ounces. By the way, if you haven't noticed, I'm not going lightweight. Some of the stuff I have is super lightweight, but some of the things I just can't see getting the same thing except a couple ounces lighter. Once I get halfway, then I'll swap out some of my winter gear and get my other backpack, and then I'll go a lot lighter weight. But this all said and done is going to be about 42.5 pounds. That's with my food, with 1 liter of water. That's hiking. I'm leaving and hiking with 42.5 pounds. Now as I go through stuff, it's going to get lighter, but and it might get a little heavier too, like when I go through the Smokies or take extra water. But I've done it before and it's worked for me. I've had no problems going 60 miles with it. Was the longest so far that I've taken, but we'll see how it goes. This is my Xeon winter tarp from Dutchware with doors. And then I have my stakes in here, and I have my hammock straps in here. I have Dutchware, the Sil Poly web straps with the little hook on the end that goes on your Amsteel continuous loops on the hammock. And then I just have a continuous under the tarp ridgeline until I get through the nasty winter, and then I'll probably put the ridgeline above the tarp. But that's all packed in there. I got snake skins on my tarp. I'm sure when I'm on the trail I'll be showing that kind of stuff. But that's what's in here. I have a Talenti jar that I use for cold soaking, or if I would mix up some protein or carnation or whatever to shake it up and drink out of, I use the Talenti jar. This is my stove. I have a little dry bag for that. I made this koozie fort out of Reflectix. I said just I think it's 800 milliliter yeah, 800 milliliter aluminum pot with handles on it. And this is the other part of the koozie. Just a piece of shot cord on the top. Got a lid. And inside here I have a lighter, a BRS stove, and a P38 can opener. And then I have my fuel can inside a small piece of ShamWow to dry everything out. So that's what I keep in there. The next thing is my Hilltop packs. This was my original bear bag, and I just use it as a dry bag. But inside there I have, this is a little piece of Polar Tech fleece that I made for a moisture barrier for when I'm sleeping in really cold weather and your breath turns to ice basically, and this catches a good bit of it when I'm laying in the hammock. And I put this on the ridge line. Most of this will be where all the ice accumulates, and then I can just brush it off, dry it out, and pack it away and be done with it, rather than having all my down getting wet. Other than my rain pants, the only other thing that I have to cover my legs is these Under Armour leggings. These are they're an old pair of Under Armour cold gear. Basically more just to cover the skin, not so much for cold, but just to cover the skin to keep from getting frostbite. I love the cold. Born and raised in Wisconsin. I'd rather shiver than sweat. I have an extra pair of Darn Tough socks. I have a pair of Injinji toe liner socks. I have a gator skin balaclava. These things are super lightweight and they block any kind of air you can imagine. These things are awesome. They're great for motorcycling, great for skiing. I wish I had known this when I had my motorcycles, because you don't feel any cold air whatsoever. Made in the USA, you can't beat it. I have a pair of ex officio underwear. I'm not so sure I'm going to stick with these shorts, and if I do swap them out and get another pair of shorts, and I do need a pair of underwear, or else I could also wear these when I'm doing wash. I have a pair of thicker alpaca socks. I'll use these when I'm sleeping, or if I'm hiking and my feet get really cold, I'll swap out to the alpaca socks. And I just got them at the local alpaca farm. They had them. 3 more packs of hand warmers, so I'm taking a pair of 6-pack total. After that last cold spell, that could really come in handy if needed. And then I have some bags. I have 2 little bags to use if I want to put my shoes or my wet clothes in my hammock with me while I sleep to keep them from freezing. I'll have bags to put that stuff in. Alright. This is my feed bag. This is a Hilltops pack. I think they call it the extra large food bag. Works out much better than the smaller one for me. I keep all my smellies in here. I call them my smellies. Anything that smells is in here. So I have my toiletry kit. I have some flossers, toothpaste, toothbrush, some Tums. I have some Dr. Bronner's, some foot balm, some Burt's Bees Rescue ointment, and some triple antibiotic ointment. I can use this stuff to do, I can wash hands, take a bath, do laundry, small wounds, hydrate skin. That's that bag there. These smell really good, but what they are is fire starter. I think it's Bigfoot fire starter. If you've never tried these things, they're really, really cool. You could take one of these things and light it and throw it on top of water and it'll burn. They do not go out. If I get in a spot where I'm having problems trying to get a fire started and I need one really bad, worth its weight just to have some of this in case I need it. I'm a firebug and I can get a fire going under any condition, but if I really need to get one bad and having a hard time and I want it now, that's what these are for. I tried my skills a couple years ago during a snowstorm while it was rain, and then switched over to rain on top of the snow. I built a fire and built it, and as it grew, the snow melted, and it was pretty cool to see how it happened. But yeah, I like fire. This is my food. 4 days worth of food in op sacks. Each day I have in an individual bag, and then inside of that bag I'll have my breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. So I have 3 days in here, 1 day in here, and then I have this for the approach trail. So after the approach trail, I'll pull this bag out, and then this op sack I'll use for garbage and stuff, and then I'll the following day pull one out of here, and then when I resupply I'll just put it back. Mostly north side, beef jerky, Mountain House. I have some coffee, some protein, nothing fancy. I'm sure as I go along I'll learn how to get more creative, but I just got the basic stuff right now. And I don't eat much when I'm on trail, especially at the beginning, so I'm not familiar with the hiker hunger at all. I usually have that when I'm not hiking, is the hiker hunger. But when I'm hiking, like for the first, I don't know, 100 miles, I probably at least won't be eating much, so this might even last me longer. But they say once hiker hunger kicks in, you eat a lot, so we'll see what happens. But that's all I got in there. Now we go into the compactor liner that's in here. And this is just a compactor liner. Pretty thick mill, durable piece of plastic made into a bag. But in there I have my hammock gear, Circadian Pro, with the net zipped off of it and the winter cover zipped on it. And I have a couple little pouches I put on the ridge line. And like I said, I'll probably show that when I'm on trail. But that's my hammock. This is a Teton Comfort Light cushion. I got this off of Amazon. It's a 17 by 12 by 1.5 air sit pad that I use to put my feet on when I'm sleeping. And then I can also double this as something to sit on around camp until I go to bed. But this is great for calf ridge if you get it, or if it's cold out. I like it just because it's comfortable to put my feet on while I'm in the hammock. This is one of the items I splurged on that's super lightweight is Enlightened Equipment, the Toward Apex jacket, I think they call it. And inside of that I have my electronics wrapped up in there. But this thing is super lightweight and warm. So this is what I guess you would call the puffy. I'll only use that when I'm at camp. I'm hiking, all I'll have is my Kui base layer and my Columbia mid layer, and then if it's rainy, windy, or cold, I'll put my rain jacket on. My electronics, I have a Nightcore 20,000 and an Anchor 20,000. Cords, chargers, I might as well get it out for you. Just a bunch of various cords for each one of these, but I got the night cord 20,000 and I have an anchor 20,000. When I did 60 miles, did it in 4.5 days. It was the Loyal Sock Trail, and I had a 20,000 and a 10,000, and I used every bit of it, and I didn't use my phone much. So other than occasional video or pictures, and I know I'll be using Far Out more, checking emails or text and stuff like that on top of mountains, but I'll be using it more. Plus I have to charge my GPS, my headlamp, and there'll be some other stuff. That should be it, other than my phone. I just have a Anchor charger. This is my phone, the stock phone plug. There's my NU25 Nightcore headlamp. Just a pair of JBL earbuds that are corded. I had these for a long time. I got these off of, it's like a Steals and Deals site. I got them for dirt cheap. They work great. This is an Anchor PD charger. It's got the small USB-C, but this is the direct C-to-C charger that charges pretty fast. And I can charge that 20,000 milliamp Anchor in 5 hours. Other than that, the only other thing I have is I have these. I have three little memory sticks. Anyway, I got 3 little memory sticks that plug right into your phone, and you can download files and pictures and videos on there, and then you can plug it into a computer. So I plan when the videos and stuff and pictures I take, when my phone gets full, I'm going to download them onto here, so it's not taking up so much space on my phone. And the only thing else that's left in my liner, I have a pair of down booties. These are just cheap ones off of Amazon. I plan on wearing my alpaca socks in these and my feet always get cold, so hopefully that helps out. Feet and hands are the biggest thing for me, and I think I got that covered pretty good. Especially I want to have at least 2 pair of gloves in case I lose 1 pair or one of one. I don't want to be stuck without gloves. This is my hammock gear incubator, 20 degree. I'm sorry, burrow. This is the hammock gear burrow, 20 degree. It's an 800 fill, no extra stuff, just the economy thing to get online. Love this thing. I got the sewn foot box. This thing is really warm. And then I have the hammock gear. This one is the, I think what they call the incubator. The underquilt. Same thing, 800 fill, standard incubator. Nothing fancy. 20 degree. Works great. I've yet to be cold with this gear down to the upper 20s, and I just had a pair of shorts on and I was sweating. So I'm thinking with all the other stuff that I have, and I can go pretty low, but I'm usually pretty warm when I sleep, so I don't mind being cold. So that should work well, I'm hoping. I guess we'll find out real quick. And the only other thing I have that I added this at the last minute, these are Cabela, what do they call these? There was some kind of, ECWES, I don't know, some kind of fancy wording they had for it, but it's basically a thermal layer. So these are my bottoms. They're Cabela's. It's a heavyweight thermal. I have these for sleeping in when it gets cold, if it should get cold. For the bottom, and then for the top, it's just the same thing, heavyweight thermal layer, and then it's just a pullover. So if I should get cold in this setup, or even hiking in extreme cold and those Under Armour leggings don't work, I'll be able to use that in a pinch. And if I should get cold up top, this will work in a pinch. And here is my liner, and that's it. That is all I'm taking, and like I said, what works for me might not work for you. Just giving you an idea of what I'm going to be using, and for my sake of remembering what I'm taking. If you have any questions, comments, feel free to fire away. And leaving tomorrow to head to Georgia. We're going to go halfway, and then we should get to Georgia Thursday, and hopefully check in and see the area. Then Friday I'm going to do the approach trail. Saturday, make sure I got everything I need if I should need something else. And then Sunday I'm going to start the Appalachian Trail. So hope to see you guys soon, and I will try to get videos out as soon as I can, but I'll probably do some hiking and then editing and then start putting them out, because I don't have the capacity or the battery function to be able to put them out daily, just because the battery burns up so quick in my phone. But we'll see what we can do, and hope you guys have a great Christmas, have a happy New Year, and we'll talk to you soon. See ya. Hey, one more thing I wanted to get with you about. I had done a previous gear video and it turned out really good, but the wording didn't match up with my mouth and it was very annoying. So I deleted it, and I'm kind of in a crunch to make another video before I leave, and that's the one I just did. So it's not ideal. I realized somehow I didn't get myself into frame. I don't know what, it's an old phone too, so I'm dealing with a lot of things right now, but I wanted to do a quick video just to get it out so you know what I'm taking. And I'm sure I'll do another one at some point, maybe halfway through, and then when I make the switch over to my lighter stuff, what I'll be taking. So just wanted to give you a heads up. I know it was not the greatest, apologize for that, but we'll get better at this, and we'll go from there. Take care, see you soon.